Okay, here's my next video. Just made the stove. Uh, didn't do a terribly great job, but just kind of making it in a hurry. This is called a Fancy Feast stove. It can be found. The plans can be found on bplight.com from, I believe, the owner of the site, Zepth, Z-E-P-T-H, I believe, is the one that came up with this idea. Anyway, it seems to boil really quick, at least in the kitchen, so I wanted to try it out here in the snow. So I've got it, I've got the stove sitting in the snow. It's 35 degrees out here today, and it sat out here for about 15 minutes before I started this. And right now I've got 1 pint of water in a Foster's can that's kind of buried in the snow. You can't see it over there, but it's next to me. So the water should be good and cold by now, kind of simulating backpacking in the winter. So let me get this started. Let's get my stopwatch. Let's see if I can get this lit. I think it's lit. Hard to see. Yep, it's lit. Okay, I'll get the stopwatch going. Well, I guess don't want to get it going until I get the can in there. Should probably put a wooden screen around it. Here's my little windscreen. Grab my can of Foster's. Should probably head this on top of it first, because I think the flames come up over it. Probably gonna burn myself. Alright. Try to get balance. There it is. Now we're balanced, got a good flame. I'm sure it's going to take a while to get full bloom because it's so cold out here and it's sitting in snow. But this would kind of more or less simulate the way we'd use it backpacking in the wintertime. So I guess it should be a pretty accurate test. I'm going to turn the camera off and put it on pause. And in the kitchen, it started boiling at about, I was just going by my watch, looked like about 6 minutes. So I'll turn the camera back on in about 6 minutes and we'll see where we're at. Well, I turn this back on just in case when it's paused it turns off. It's still burning good. Really no signs yet of it starting to boil, but it's been, let's see if you can see that. It's been 4 minutes. And I neglected to say there's an 1.5 ounces of alcohol that I poured in there. I normally don't pour that much in, but since there's a decent amount of wick in there, I didn't know how much I would lose by it wicking up to the side, so I figured I'd pour a little more in there. But I believe on the forum they said they poured up to 3 ounces in there. But I think that's when they were trying to boil a gallon of water, not a pint. Well, all of our snow is starting to melt here in Michigan. It was above freezing all day today, and they were predicting rain today and tomorrow, but no rain so far. I had a little drizzle this morning. That was it. So I hope that's all we get, because I really like the snow and I don't want to see it go, because we have such crummy winters here in Michigan anyways. Yeah, a few bubbles inside. Not much. There's a good flame going now. Let me move the camera so you can see. It's burning up nice all around the can. Normally I'd use a Heineken can, but I thought I'd try the Foster's, mainly because I know it's thinner aluminum than the Heineken, and I thought maybe it would transfer the heat faster, because I don't know if you know it or not, but aluminum dissipates heat real quick, and that's why when they weld aluminum, typically they'll preheat it, just because when they're welding there's not enough heat to sustain it to get a good weld to promote its melting. So I thought maybe with a thinner aluminum can, it would the heat transfer would be a little greater, and maybe it would boil a little faster. Just a theory. I have no proof for it, but I guess if I do a couple more tests, I'd find out for sure. Well, it's been 7 minutes now. So with the can out here in the cold for, I think I said 15 minutes prior to me starting, and then I had the Foster's can actually buried in the snow with the water in there. It's obviously made a difference. It's definitely taken longer for it to boil. Although it would probably be a better gauge if I had a water thermometer in there, because usually you don't need to boil water, but well, I'm starting to hear some activity in there. Let's see. Good. It's starting to bubble. Should be any time now. And we're coming up to 8 minutes now. Okay, we got a boil. Okay, it's get my watch over there. Just over 8 minutes. 8 minutes 10 seconds or so. And let me show you. Got a nice boil. Good boil going. Still got a good flame. Get this out of there. Fog up my lens. You can see the flame or not. So now I'm just going to see how long it's that ounce and a half lasts. We know it boiled just over 8 minutes with everything pretty darn cold. So we'll see how much life we get left with ounce and a half of fluid. I'll turn the camera back on when it looks like it's going to start to die. Well, the flame's really starting to flicker now. Looks like it's just about out. It's just over 12 minutes, and it's really sputtering right now, so I assume it's going to be out in a few seconds.